Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, we have wildfires still burning in California. I think I saw that the death toll's up to 24. I would not be surprised if it goes higher looking at the devastation. With something like that, it's going to take a while to really get in there and just see what all has been done and what all has been lost. So that one's probably going to keep getting higher, and there's a lot of strange goings on with that, but probably not much different than the Maui fires or what went on in North and South Carolina. It's devastating, and people already asking, where's the next thing that's going to happen that's going to devastate an area that was hopeful to be a smart city. So that, it could be bought up and be rebuilt as a smart city. I'm not saying that that's the case, but it is a little strange because, there's a pattern going on here. Winter is about to hit again. Well, we're still in winter, but they're calling for another Arctic plunge, I guess, or an Arctic blast, or, some kind of polar vortex. There's always some kind of dramatic name that they're giving it. Back when I was a kid, 100 years ago, it was winter. And it may have been a winter storm, but it was just winter. Now there's some kind of dramatic name to it. But anyways, I guess it's going to hit again this coming weekend. Already, you would think that with the past ones that people would lay off of it, but already there are people talking about how there are predictions in the Midwest and in the South for -30, -40, -50 temperatures. It's not going to get that cold, and there aren't predictions for that. There are just maybe some computer models that show extreme possibilities. Could it be 30 below normal temperatures, like less than 30 degree, normal? Yes. So take your normal temperatures and knock 30 or 40 degrees off of it. It could be that. But it's not going to be 40 below zero in the upper South, folks. But still, get prepared, because I noticed around here there were a few places. One I went to, another I was told of, that they ran out of like milk and almost was out of bread. Those staples, the things, the meat supply was really low. So that I would guess that they've probably had enough time to resupply those now. And then, the next one comes in. So people will be kind of panic buying, going, because, it's not necessarily panic. It's just they're stocking up. They're doing, I guess, the right thing, that they might be, locked in the house for a few days. You should probably do that on a regular basis, not necessarily go out and buy a bunch of milk and meat, but have a stockpile, stuff set aside so that you can make it through times like this. And there's been people in our area and all over the country that throughout this winter stuff that's been going on, that it's come in handy because they've lost power for days. They've not had running water, no heat, whatever it is, and their supplies have helped them. So make sure you're taking advantage of the restock at the stores if there's anything that you need. But honestly, you should already be ready. If you're not, then shame on you. There's other things. This whole Canada deal with it being the 51st state. We've got the Democrat Party up there. Their Democrat Party leader is threatening that. I mean, he's not quite saying it, but he's strongly alluding to that if Donald Trump tries to take Canada as a 51st state, that they will fight, that it will be a war. In Greenland, there's already apparently open negotiations for some type of deal between United States and Greenland. It doesn't necessarily indicate that Greenland would become part of the United States, but there would be some type of treaty, a deal agreement involving us placing military weapons there. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But it does appear, for all those that said that Trump was just trolling everyone, that it does appear that it is true, that that he is moving forward with trying to do that. There's a lot of other little things in the news talking about, potential negotiations with Putin, meeting with him. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, we were told the war was going to end on day one. We'll see what goes on. Sweden is saying, I think it's Sweden, is saying that they would be willing to host, or maybe it's Switzerland. I don't know. I can't remember which one of those two it is. Maybe it's Switzerland saying that they would be willing to host a high-level meeting between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin to hopefully end the war. Putin also said that, has strongly indicated again, that what he is doing is trying to reshape the world order. Very similar language to what Donald Trump has used with the Golden Era and Elon Musk using the term New World Order. The Great Reset, the Agenda 2030, the New World Order conspiracy that many of you have been following for years now, it's not gonna happen. It's not, maybe at some point these things will start taking place. It's happening as we speak, folks. It's happening as we speak. It's been going on for a while. So many of the policies, the social changes and normality and things that's been going on for the last few years. These issues, these are all about this New World Order, Great Reset change. It's I never thought, and I think most people, when they really think about it, would agree, it was never going to be this, wake up one day and it's all taken place. That was never how it was going to be. It was always going to be most likely incrementally, little by little, doing something that at first was uncomfortable till it got to the point that it was, everyone was okay with it, that was comfortable with it, and then kind of push the line a little bit further. And that's exactly what we've been doing. That's exactly what the world has been doing, what our United States government has been doing, the global governments, they've been doing that. We saw that very clearly with COVID, starting off with, Operation Warp Speed here in the United States and all of this other stuff. And now it's gone, we've gone through various wars and conflicts, and now it's more overt on the globalization, the bringing together regional powers in a new order of leadership in the world. So all of the things that we have been talking about, that you've been researching on for some of you several years, when it comes to Great Reset, New World Order, Agenda 2030, Agenda 21, all these types of these plans that honestly, they're all the same plan, the Club of Rome, all of that. They're all the same plan for the most part. They just alter it, repackage it, and it's kind of reinvented, basically. These things are happening right now as we speak. Like, we're in the midst of it. It's not that we're waiting for it to get started or we're preparing for it to happen. It's happening right now. These things aren't fully implemented, but happening right now as we speak. And so, number one, you need to realize that. I know that most of you do, but some of you you're not quite there yet. You need to wake up and realize that this globalist plan, it's already here. It's just not fully implemented yet, but it will be eventually. And we have to keep preparing. We have to increase the intensity that we are preparing ourselves, whether it's stocking up on things, whether it's moving to a place, whether it's developing skills and training and relationships with people around you. And honestly, the biggest things are, mentally preparing up here for it and spiritually preparing for it, because there's a huge spiritual warfare aspect to all of this. But we have to get serious about it. We need to get into a state of readiness, because it is happening. That's a big part of these various events that we're watching happen on the news and on social media all over the world. They are continually pushing us closer and closer to that time when we just wake up one day and we don't realize it until, oh my goodness, It's happened. Like, it's not happening. It's happened. It's already happened. These things, this change, this reset, this new world, it's happened. And now I have to figure out how to survive in it. You need to wake up, folks. I know most of you have, but wake up and realize this, because, like I said, it's happening now. These events aren't going to happen. They have happened, many of them. And the puzzle pieces are falling into place. And from my perspective, it appears that they're falling into place quite rapidly. So whatever you do, you need to be getting your houses in order and preparing yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.